hello there lovely ones. So we are looking at questions from grade 10, paper 1, end of year exam, and this one over here says x squared plus x minus y squared minus y. The instruction would have said factorize, or it would have simplified, but pretty much it means the same thing. We need to factorize. If we look at factorizing, there are a couple of things we can do. We can look for a difference of two squares. Well, first a common factor, then a difference of two squares. Then we can look for a trinomial. Then we can look for sum or difference of two cubes. But of course, with a common factor, we can also look for grouping. So let's go through the checklist. At this point, there is no term that is common amongst all of these terms. However, I can see that there are commonalities. So I'm going to play with this a little to do the common factor. And the first thing I'm going to do is get it, well, not wrong, but just go in the wrong direction. So whenever I'm grouping, I always make sure that I've got a plus between the two brackets. Of course, now I'm going to take out x as a common factor, and I'm left with x plus 1. And I'm going to take out minus y as a common factor, and I'm left with y plus 1. So remember I said that I'm going down the wrong path. And this is what tells me I'm going down the wrong path, is I have no common factors that I can take out at that point. And so I'm going to cross that out, and I'm going to do some magic and rearrange this so that I now have x squared minus y squared plus x minus y. And the reason I'm doing that is because I know that this can turn into a difference of two squares. So let's do that. We'll start by just putting the brackets around it. And what goes between the brackets it's always going to be a plus. The other plus can follow the x over there. Let me show you. So that plus, if it helps for you to put it in there, then it's great. But generally, we don't. Generally, just leave it like that. And now we're going to do a difference of two squares with that first one. We're left with x plus y. And then, of course, over here, we've got x minus y. Now, highlighters are a really, really good tool in a maths exam. And I'm highlighting the common bracket in both terms. And the reason that helps is once I've taken out that as a common factor, it's easier, much easier, to see what's left behind. It's everything that's not highlighted. So x plus y is one of the things that's not highlighted. And then the other thing that's not highlighted is that plus. But this is interesting. We're taking out that as a common factor, so what's left over? Well, what's always in front of a bracket if there's nothing there? It's a 1, so we'll put that in there. It still looks pretty ugly, so we're just going to multiply out the brackets so that it looks pretty, but we are pretty much done. So in short, if you see 4 terms, more than likely you're going to have to group it. If it doesn't work out the first time you do it, then rearrange the terms and try a different way of grouping it. Use your highlighters so that it's easy to block off what goes away and what stays, and then make it look pretty. Well, that's enough from me from now. Much love.